right, time for us to bring you a today-only price, and we're going to do it Mrs.Prindable's. But I'm going to caution you right now that this is not going to last because this was designed to be on earlier and in our show and was so popular earlier, we don't have that much left to go around. We sold 5,400 sets of apples when we had this on earlier today. And I have 2,600 remaining, that is all. Now, you can choose to have this delivered now, or the week of 11/29, or the week of 12/13. The auto delivery is 2 shipments, now and in April of 22. You can expect that the sprinkles will change colors in April for springtime. But it's important to know that these are all Granny Smith apples, treat size apples, that have then been dunked in Mrs. Prindable's buttery caramel. And then milk chocolate chips, toffee bits, and holiday sprinkles have not just been applied, they've been globbed on. It's a culinary term. Don't let it intimidate you, but they have globbed on the toppings. Now, let me tell you what I have left. We brought in 8,000 for the day. If you want this delivered now, I have 300 in the 8-piece, 150 in the 16-piece. If you want November 29th, 1,200 in the 8-piece, 90 in the 16-piece, and finally 12/13, I only have the 8-piece and 750 to go around. These are going to go very, very quickly. That 16-piece is limited across the board and sold out in the December ship. These will come individually bagged. You will also get little peel and stick to from labels. They're upside down, I think. No, they're right side up. They're just printed upside and downside. So this way you can peel these off, write them out, peel them off, and put them right on the bag. Let's welcome in Laurie Shore, who is our Mrs. Prindable's representative. And Laurie, did we decide it's been 10 years for you at Mrs. Prindable's?
10 years? Can you believe
10
it?
years. I love it. I love it.
Me too.
My darling, this is a toffee lover's apple, right?
Isn't it? It really is. I mean, the flavor is designed to appeal to just about everyone, and we love that, especially if you're going to pick the 16-piece. You know, you want to know that the men and the women are going to love it, and the kids and the adults, and just about anybody who loves toffee and chocolate. So the flavor is divine, and I love the way you describe it. Globbing, there is no better term than globbing when it comes to our toppings, and we do it by hand. But when it comes to the quantities, along with that exquisite gourmet taste and ingredients, these are really special opportunities. You mentioned a little bit earlier that the 16-piece option is more limited than the 8. Both are great options. You know, the 8-piece, that's in response to the many customers that tell me, I don't want a lot of apples and I don't want to pay for apples that I don't need. So this is the great way to, you know, the total price for this assortment is hopefully something that you can really feel good about and get just the right amount of apples to your home. And then the 16-piece, if you can pick those, oh my, I don't know if you can see over on this side of the screen, but I couldn't even get them all into the shot as I packed them into this basket. So this is coworkers, this is classmates, this is neighbors, teammates. This is for maybe your vet's office and your pediatrician's office. But this is the opportunity, one phone call, one purchase, and so many great gifts at a really low individual prices.
And I have to say that when you break this apple apart and you hear that crunch, you get the freshness of the apple, and then you get all those toppings and generous amounts of toppings. These are going quickly, as you might imagine. The price will expire end of day today, if we even get that far. We began the day with 8,000 sets. Now, if you want this delivered now, in the 8-piece, 200 left. 16-piece, 140, all I have left for immediate ship. If you want this on November the 29th, 1,100 8-piece, 3 dozen in the 16-piece. And if you want it 12/13, only 500 pieces left in the 8-piece count, 500 sets left. Now, let's also show you that this is a big old box that lands on your doorstep. Look at what we're going to deliver. And Laurie, let's also remind everyone that they can utilize Bill to Ship To here.
Oh, I love that opportunity because, yeah, all those apples then will be shipped directly from our Mrs. Prindable's kitchen to that person on your gift list, which is great when it comes to freshness. You know, they can put it straight into the fridge and they'll know it will stay fresh there for up to 3 weeks. But I really wanted to talk a little bit more as well about those ship dates when we're talking about the Bill to Ship To. We have a few more, it sounds like, for that November 29th ship, and that's the one I'm going for. I'm just going to kind of speak on behalf of my preference. I just want I want those gifts in my home early this year for various reasons, a lot of unknown, and I want to be able to give them out early. So, and my word of advice would be, don't worry if that December ship date sells out. Go for the November. It'll stay fresh in your fridge through most of December, right up until Christmas. Yeah. And oh, David, one other thing too, while you're doing, this is just 2 of the apples cut.
Wow.
So if you look at the 8-piece, enjoy this with your family one night, and you've got 6 gifts to go.
What I was going to say, and I didn't realize I took such a big bite. If you want 16-piece now, the only way to get it is in the immediate ship.
Got
And
it.
only have 100 left. Remember, these are 3 weeks in your fridge. Now, Lori makes a great point about the November 29th ship week. If you're thinking about this for holiday parties, school parties, church parties, civic group, neighborhood block parties, all those kinds of things, important for all those folks. So this is going to be a great way to make sure that they're remembered in the early part of December, because think about it, that's when school concerts are happening. That's when school get-togethers and church get-togethers and block parties are planned. People are getting excited about the holiday season, and you know what? We're here for it. We're ready for the holiday season, and we waited 2 long years for this Christmas season. We now need the right stuff to make it even nicer. Here's another update for you. Brought in 8,000 for the day. If you want immediate ship, in the 8-piece count, 90 left. 16-piece count, 100 left. If you want November 29th, 8-piece only, now fewer than 1,000. And December 13th, 8-piece only, 250, all that remain. So these should not be frozen, Lori. They should be refrigerated, right?
Exactly. So I brought the apples that you see around me out of the refrigerator about an hour or so before I plan to cut them. So they're room temperature and they just melt in your mouth. On behalf of that 8-piece again, to be able to bring you kind of a low total price to your door is such a great option with that piece. And then also speaking to all the options that you've got going here, take a look at this one. And on behalf of the immediate ship, this is for just fall. I took the red and green from the Christmas trees and mimicked that in the leaves that you've got there. I mean, this is just for about anything you have coming up. Let's say you end up with a 16-piece, you're able to get that. A birthday that comes up, this is a treat to be able to enjoy. And this is my just because. Come on. Would you imagine seeing that at your front door on your desk? Just because someone was thinking about you. So hopefully this is the opportunity for you to kind of share the love a little bit. Let those people in your life know that you care about them and you notice them and you appreciate them.
Just really, really perfect. And I love just because gifts, particularly at this time when you maybe are not able to get together with all the people you like to get together with. Leaving these for your mail carrier, for your package delivery person, school bus drivers, all those folks that you want to remember. Just choose the ship week that works best for you for gift giving and the time when you've got space in your freezer, or not your freezer, but your fridge. Now, let me update you one final time before we wrap up here and tell you, we began with 8,000 of these. If you want the immediate ship, 16-piece now only, and I have 100 left. November 29th, 8-piece only. I have 900 remaining, and that's all we have left. Everything else is sold out. And I have 900 people on the phone line. So remember, we have just a few left in the 16-piece count original, or in the immediate ship. Is that right? And then the 8-piece on the 29th, and that is all.
And that is all.
That is all.
I am so glad that people are taking advantage of this offer. And even that 8-piece, like we were talking about, just to be able to get printables to your door, ready to roll for hopefully an overall low enough price that you can feel good about that purchase.
Where they glob on the toppings. Very important. Don't forget. Hey, Lori Shore, a pleasure, my darling. Good to see you.
I love being with you, David. Thanks so much.
Take good care and be safe and be well. All right, Julia, if we want to watch QVC other than on traditional cable,